And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Quinn. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here's Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, it's Newton. Throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Set. 180. Check, check. 45.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And an alley to run. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
We got 3. Set. Like 80.
Newton to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Set. 180.
From the gun, here's Newton. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys up.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hurry up, here we go. 319, 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90, blue 90.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Set. 319. 319.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
That's it. Like 80.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Big hold of the 30. And he finds a man on a crossing route. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
That's it. 180.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Let's rock now. Ready? Set 180. Hey, hey. Do something.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
Set. 180. 20.
Out of the gun, Newton. And finds his man, Baldwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. operating from the gun. Newton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Gone! Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The handoff, it's Geis. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that one will be accepted. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Detroit! Hey. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone.
Looking to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They go play action here on 1st down. He hits Baldwin right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Newton now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Newton. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
That's it. 180.
From the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So out now come the Redskins. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Starting the drive with a give to back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Here we go now! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Leopard! Leopard!
They'll look to throw here. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. following the fumble recovery. Newton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun. Newton over the middle, complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down.
Here we go, fellas. Set. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the gun, Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
Go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Set. 180.
Newton on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Like 80. Do so.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. The left side completion to Jones.
Here we go.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Gun.
From the red zone now, Newton. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
All right, here we go.
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On first down, Newton. There he goes inside the 30. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Set. 180.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey. 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The shotgun snap for Newton. The quick slant caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. In for the score. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So that'll back him up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
They'll set up to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Washington. Jones on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Elsewhere, they have gone to the third quarter now in Dallas. And really pouring it on now are the Cowboys. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That's it. 180.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That's right now. You're set. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He spins free. Oh, another great move. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They fake the give. Newton. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Do something.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 down. Check. Set. 180.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Be ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Set. 180. Hey,
To throw is Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's fielded at the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right on the 30. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Geis. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Here we go. 3-19.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. This quarterback now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Hot.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Set. 180.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. 180.
the gun, here's Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they'll run it here. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
What is
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Panthers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. get this one up to about the 38. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a run with Geis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. On the ground, it's Geis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Redskins on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.